Vivekananda has influence here, higher class, educated class. They talk about Vivekananda and this and that, not nonsense. In your country, fortunately, that opposition was not there. There was no influence of Vivekananda classmen. Here, among the educated class, there is influence about these lectures, Vivekananda, Aurobindo, and that is on defect. But in the mass there is no influence. In the class, in the educated class. Because educated class means I know when it means. And Vivekananda allows it. That is why. Vivekananda has no distinction of eating with any, all Brahma, all Narayana, you are Narayana. Goat is Narayana. Narayana is going in the belly of Narayana. What is wrong? One Narayana is going, being absorbed by another Narayana. But he is not agreeable to be eaten by a tiger, another tiger Narayana.
They actually say that?
Yes.
One Narayana is being absorbed by
one respectable leader in Anava. I said, why you are eating? He was fine, that is very religious man. So I am impressed. You are just like my father, still I am impressed. You know, what is wrong? Narayana, Brahma. So, one Brahma is going into the belly of another Brahma. Brahma being absorbed, Brahmati. So, that was so dangerous theory. But still, we shall not hesitate to kick on their face. But because they are making propaganda, it should be peaceful. But I become very much agitated with this nonsense. And I know they are creating havoc. Hare Krishna. So many lectures. Hare Krishna, Hare
yesterday we went to that place at Swami with the silver glasses and the black beard that always used to sit next to you.
Yes.
Well, he's become head Swami at the temple. Very big, very nice.
Huh?
Very nice place.
Very nice place.
Not hard spot, but very...
There.
Yeah. Big marble statue of Buddha, very collected, and tiles of Japan.
Tiles?
Yes, this temple was made by one American. Oh, you an American? I was told it was built by one American. I don't know who.
So why not give us this place?
I don't think he's prepared to do that.
Yeah. Residential quarters?
Huh?
They made some residential quarters.
I didn't see any residential quarters, mostly temple. They didn't show me.
Very big temple?
Huh?
Temple?
It's one big temple with different rooms. Very large. Very nice.
Better than this Gita Bhavan?
No, I don't think it's better than Gita Bhavan.
Huh?
Not better.
It was simply attempted,
Yeah.
not finished.
It was not finished.
I Thank you. Why not spread those blankets? Now you can. They have been used.
There's some blankets in your room.
Blanket or mattress.
They have blankets in their room.
Bring mattress and spread. Let's sleep. कहीं आप इधर
नहीं इधर
अच्छा कहाँ है इधर नजदीक में
ये लोग
हैं जेल sit down it is comfortable
You just go.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram
Tell me about simple what human wants and what kind of life you want so that you can be healthy.
not upon that you spread separately you have no bed sheet bed sheet you can spread the human demand is happiness.
Yes. But happiness means, you see, if it is already happy, it is...
Yes, now the thing is, what is that happiness? That is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Sukham attam tikam jat tat atindriya grayam.
Yes.
The absolute happiness or the perpetual happiness or the greatest happiness is that which is enjoyed by supernatural senses.
Which can be sensed by all the senses, mind, intelligence.
Yes, everything. But in their supernatural,
Yes.
not in this condition.
Not only
Condition.
you see, otherwise it will say that when a person is happy with the self, happy with others,
No,
others are
no,
happy
no.
with him.
Try to understand. He has got his senses. These senses are now covered with the coating of material conception of life. Therefore, the sense pleasure is not complete or perfect. Just like and everyone has got. Now you have got your tongue. Now this tongue, when it is coated, you cannot taste the things.
Yes, I understand.
So this coating is Maya.
What I was listening was in this way, that much like air. You see why we are, because when our senses, our mind, sees, our perceive, everything.
These are symptoms of living condition.
Living condition. So, but we are not affected by air which is most required and most precious for our living. Because it is abundant and it will be given to every person at all the times, places and circumstances. Therefore, we do not keep it under lock and key. The Western countries, though they have...
No, there is no question of Westernism.
No, I was in taking of materialism and spiritualism, I was talking on that point. That though, you see, I mean, I won't say have made it, but yet, because, you see, there is no what kind of life they want. Or in our Eastern countries, because they have thought only of their...
No. If you study the whole thing in that way, Western, Eastern, there is no question of Western, Eastern. It is a question of the living entity.
Yes, how to live in such a way where there is no dearth of the things as well as there is no confusion of the things that a man becomes lost.
Hmm.
That is
the point.
that is the point.
Yeah.
And for that, what kind of a life should it be?
That I am going to explain. That is one line. Sukham attantikam jastat otindriya grahyam. This sukham attantikam is being searched both by the Western, Eastern, everyone. Cats, dogs, everyone. But the cats and dogs, animals, they cannot adjust. What is that attantikam sukham? But human being can. So, human being, there is no question of Eastern and Western. It is a question of degree only. But actually everyone is searching after that perpetual happiness. Right. So it is a problem for everyone.
Yes.
And that problem can be solved by Krishna consciousness.
By?
Krishna consciousness.
You are right. Yeah.
This is a rough scheme, rough estimation. Now, how Krishna consciousness can solve this problem, that is a detailed thing. But this is a fact. It is not the question of Eastern, Western. It is the problem of all living entities.
Yes, living entities.
Yes.
Human life, every
Not even human life, even animal life. There are 8,400,000 of different kinds of bodies. So this is a problem for everyone. Now, in other species of life than the human form, they cannot solve. They have no power. But a human being can solve.
Yeah, they will understand.
Yeah. And that solution is Krishna consciousness.
What do you mean by that?
That is a detailed question. How it can be.
No, but are we satisfied with the past,
You will never satisfied without Krishna consciousness.
What I know about was the humanity or were we at that time?
Which time? What do you mean by that time?
That time means at the time of Krishna. Were we completely...
At the time of Krishna we are taking simply the portion of the time where Krishna was present. You are saying about that. But Krishna is present always.
Yeah, if you say that, that way, then yes, when you consider, because God in
Just like Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Rasoham apsukanti. I am the taste in the water. Now this taste in the water is perpetual. When Krishna was physically present or Krishna is not physically present, this is a perpetual fact. Is it not?
Yes.
Do you think the taste in the water is different when Krishna was present and the taste of water is different now?
No, it cannot be.
Similarly, he says, Prabhasmi Sasisurja. I am the shining of the sun and the moon. In this way, if you study what is Krishna consciousness, then you find that Krishna consciousness is the only solution for that highest perfectional stage of happiness.
We are giving names, therefore we will become confused because in our incarnation...
No, there is name, why we are confused? If your name is Mr. Such and such, but you do not know the name, that is the confusion.
Because so many names have been given to the same thing.
But that is in the after it is said there are so many names of God. Out of all of them, Krishna is the principal. There is one, God's name is given, just like Krishna appeared as the son of Vasudeva. Therefore he is called Vasudeva. Krishna played in Vrindavan as the son of Nanda Maharaj and Jasoda. Therefore he is called Jasodana. Krishna acted as the driver, chariot driver, therefore he is known as Parthasarathi. So his name, all these names are according to his different activities.
Yes, sir.
So he has got unlimited activity and therefore he has got unlimited names. So out of all these names, Krishna is the supreme or the prime. Because Krishna means all attract. Krishna means all. So God, if God is not all attractive, he cannot be God. So one God is attractive for me, another God is attractive for he is not supreme God.
If we take the name of the God or anything, he is to achieve the supreme happiness, or that is
The supreme happiness is divine thing. We are talking of God's name. First of all, let us understand. The God's name, we have defined God's name according to God's activity. There is Madhusudan, because he killed the demon Madhu, therefore his name is Madhusudan. Madhava, because he is the husband of goddess of fortune. Ma means goddess of fortune, therefore he is Madhava. All the names you analyze. Similarly, Krishna is also the name of God because he is all attract. Now how you can deny that God is not all attract? Is it possible? God is all attractive. Can you deny this fact?
There is no, you see, because we are only thinking of that, all attractiveness.
Yes, Kamasundaram, but the Kamasundaram means his black is still, he is so beautiful that thousands of cupids cannot be compared with. Kandatpa koti kamaniya visesa sobham. Kandatpa koti. Cupid is supposed to be the most beautiful. But about Krishna it is stated that Venum kannantang aravinda dalayataksang varahavatang samasitam buddhasundarangam kandatpa koti kamaniya visesa sobham govindamadi purisam samangvaya. Venum kannan, he is playing on flute. Aravinda dalayataksam, his eyes are just like petals of the lotus flower. Varahavatang, he has got a peacock feather on his head. Masitam, and his collar is just like black cloud. Sundarangam, but his beauty, total beauty, is kandatpa koti kamaniya visesa sobham. Still the beauty, as soon as we say blackish, we think that somebody is blackish, he is not beautiful.
There is also charm in that.
Yes, but it still is still charming, because it is all transcendental. We cannot compare the blackish color. It is simply given an idea that it is like blackish cloud. But immediately we say, still, kandatpa koti kamaniya visesa sobham govindamadi purisam tamakamaya. So, God has many names, and according to your conception, you can have God's name also. But out of all those names, many thousands and unlimited different types of names, Krishna is the principal, because Krishna means all attract. You cannot say God is not all attractive. And if you use that sense, all attractive, this is the word, Krishna.
What I was trying to...
The difficulty is, don't try to invent something about God. That is not good.
No, not invention.
You have to take the version of the Shastra, then it will be possible. If you invent something, try to speculate on something, it will not be successful.
I'm not neither I'm speculating or I'm trying to coming to the human aspect itself. Now, human wants happiness. Happiness is kept up because of
that material coating.
Material things.
Yeah.
We want because this want is there. Want is made by four methods, either talk, get, rob or earn. Now, when even earning, when there is so much, sea of
That is not happiness.
I'm just coming to
Yes.
it.
Now, one point is that earning or begging, beg, borrow or steal, that is not happiness. Because to acquire a standard of happiness, you have to beg, you have to earn, or you have to steal. That is not happiness.
No, what I'm saying is that as long as a man lives, there are four methods.
But we are not talking of as long as man lives. He lives eternally.
Yes, even the eternal.
Yeah.
Even any form of it, bondage is.
No.
Bondage.
Bondage for so long you are in this material bondage.
In some, form.
And first of all you have to understand in the spiritual.
Yes, even the spiritual form,
Ah.
one has to live in certain form. Without it.
That is natural form. That is not a conventional form. Just like you have dressed yourself with black coat. That is not, it is not your natural form. So, material
Has spirit no one?
huh,
Has spirit no one?
has spread,
Has spirit not a one?
spread for you.
Spirit.
Yes, no one.
Without it,
Everything you desire, it is present immediately.
No, spirit, even the spirit has got certain form.
Yes.
Though it may be abstract form.
Yeah, yeah.
Though mind has got no form outside, but mind has a form.
The spirit has a form.
Intelligence, all these are the abstract things.
Yes.
This is
These are defined quoting.
Yes.
Just like you have got your form, therefore your coat has got a form.
I was thinking in this form.
Don't think like that one. First of all, try to understand. Because you have got a form, your coat has got a form. You
Yes.
try to understand it.
Yes, water, but water though may not have form, but it has got.
No, I may not. You try to understand practically. You have got a form. Therefore your heart has got a form. Your coat has got a form.
That spirit has this form, no?
Yes.
That is what I
So, because originally you have got hands, your coat has got hands.
Yes.
Because originally you have got hands, your heart has got hands. This form, the material form which you are seeing, it is coating only.
Material form of what?
You may everything.
No, means what? A spirit.
Yes.
That
Yes.
is what I say. Any spirit will have certain form.
Not pattern form. He has got his original form.
Original means all the, if we are living from the eternal.
Yes.
that
Eternally you have got a form.
From the eternal we have got that we have got certain form.
That is
Come to the
material.
present form.
Past pattern form, that is material. But you have got an original spiritual form.
The spiritual form is there, but due to the want, man has taken this form.
This form is being developed according to your mental condition.
Mental conditions are due to want.
Subtle form.
Those are again due to want.
Due to want? Yes.
All these forms are due to want.
Want.
Yes. And
That want because you are in the material condition.
every person in a material condition, spirit and matter remains in this universe because both are there. They
Yeah.
remain there.
Yeah.
Now, if all this as we have got a material form, that spirit has got a material form,
The spirit has got no material form. Spirit has got spiritual form.
physical form, but yet also yet it has got a material.
Yeah, because he has come just like you have accepted this kind of force. I have got a different kind of force.
Yes.
She has got a different kind of force.
According to time, place.
Yes, so as I like, so I have got certain force. This is material. But originally, spiritual form is the same as you have got, I have got, she has got.
Every person has got. As just like that.
That is original form.
Now I was coming back because of either it will show, or it will bake, or it will rob, or it will earn. Now question of earning also, the destination is not here, means
the question of earning comes so long you have got this material form.
you will have certain.
But in the spiritual form there is no question of earning.
In what way we will live in the spiritual
That you have to know. That you have to know. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitavi.
Turiya.
That spiritual form means
Turiya.
complete blissfulness, complete knowledge and eternity.
Turiya.
Turiya, yes.
Yes. In that Turiya you see.
This is Turiya life. Complete blissfulness, complete knowledge and eternity.
Because the creation of the world, God is who is in Turiya about beyond that. When he thought of this universe or world or other things, then it was a creation of his. And that means that matter is there.
Yeah. Matter is always there.
He wants to live and enjoy therefore this universe and all these things. Now, in what perfect form? Because everywhere, in everything, there is a death. Now, how everything should take, universal form should come to the death. That is the point. Now,
don't talk of universal, first of all talk of your form. Try to understand your form, then go universal.
Separate from others.
You are not separate. Are you not separate? Then why you are talking with me? Are you not separate with me? Why you have come to inquire from me?
No, because every door...
First of all try, are you not separate from me?
In material way, yes.
Anyway. Are you not separate from me?
Yes, every drop is separate from one.
That's all.
But yet...
Every individual person is separate from one another. Every individual person. So how do you say they are one?
Every individual is separate, but when we come in the frame,
Yeah.
then every person until it is the best,
Yeah.
the picture cannot be there.
Yeah.
That is what you see.
That is possible. Even that, don't think that when that stage will come, there will be no individuality.
Individuality will be there.
Yeah.
I do not say that it will not be there.
Yeah.
What I was saying was that imbibed in a particular individual is in a particular way. Therefore, the shape of world is in today's form. But if every individual takes the destined way, which is good enough for every person, then whole thing can change at once.
Now, why do you say that thinking will be stopped?
I do not say
Then you say, who will think?
No.
Thinking will be there. Individuality will be there. But there will be no disagreement.
Individuality will be there for the self as well as for all.
Yeah.
That is what I said. Now, how that kind of living or what kind of living is that, on that I would be...
And that we have to learn from the authorized Vedic literature. You cannot imagine. You cannot speculate. You have to learn from authority.
Authority...
Yes, suppose if you want to go to Germany, and now you have no idea how the German people live out there, what is their custom. So you have to learn. Here is a boy, German. You have to learn from him what kind of life there is. Similarly, there is a life like that. Now, what kind of life that is, you have to ask from a person who has realized that life.
There are two things. Until this material, we are raised upon this material life, which is polluting the person, that means make the things available to everyone just like air. where we do not keep the air locking. There is no dearth of time, no dearth of energy, no dearth of resources. Only dearth is that we have no clear-cut destination for either in the advance or undeveloped country. Therefore, today we are suffering, and all this within the thinking philosophy, we are being polluted because of power or other things, and therefore we have become confused. So, from Buddha's time we wanted there should be no sickness, old age and death, etc. But it is continuing, there is no such country where it is not.
But well, how do you respect these words of Lord Buddha? First thing is.
So I was thinking, you see, that he took to the Bhikkhuism. That created another way.
Lord Buddha, we have to accept him as an authority. Lord Buddha. Now, he gives you idea that no misery. So how to accept these words of Lord Buddha?
No, I do not, because that was not, has not come into implementation.
That means you are giving that hint in spiritual life, not in this life.
Yes. So I wanted that we can create when we are free from this, when we do not fight on the air. We fight on the things which are scarce. And why there is a scarcity? Because we are not taught what we know. Therefore there is a scarcity. Now if we think on that point, and all this is clear, then when there is no want of life, of materialistic means, then every person rises himself from this materialistic.
First thing is, may I ask your name?
Bhateja.
Bhatel.
Ja. Bhateja. या तेज भान जो भी आपको.
Bhathe.
Bhateja.
Bhateja. You belong to this province?
No, I came from Karachi.
Oh, Bhate. Come Mr. Bhateja. This process, this transcendental knowledge, superhuman knowledge, you cannot think first of all. You cannot think. You have to learn.
Realize all these things.
Realize after learning from the others.
Because on this question I was from 1939. Then I started a little problem in Karachi, and taught by I was very fond of my father. He died when I was only 10. I thought on what is death and all these things, and what is this life. Though I have lived, I mean, from India and foreign countries even, and thought why we are humanity is suffering all these things. It came in my mind, and with others, I thought on this problem. Even wrote. So, though this may appear as invisible, material, but in silence, it is spiritualism, it is there. Because it is not thought for any individual or for any country, it is thought for all humanity on the world, so that we can bring that kind of life. Now,
you are thinking from your side.
Not from my as a humanity, as a particular person, but as an observer on the humanity.
The spiritual knowledge is called Tat knowledge. Tat. Om Tat Tat.
Om Tat Tat.
Right. Om Tat Tat. So the Tat knowledge is recommended in the Bhagavad. Tad Vidhi. Tad Vidhi. Pranipatena. Pranipatena, you understand Pranipat? Surrender. So, Tad Vidhi, if you want to understand the transcendental knowledge, then you have to accept this process, Pranipat. Pranipat means surrender. And surrender means there must be somebody to whom you surrender.
Yes.
There were two, and not alone. So you cannot alone think of that knowledge. You have to surrender to somebody. That is the process.
There are 8 kinds, no? There are 8 kinds of, in getting the knowledge. Bhakti.
No. Bhakti is a process. Bhakti is not knowledge. Not that knowledge you acquire by your self-perception. And bhakti is the pure activities of the senses.
No, surrender means in bhakti, one surrenders himself to...
No question of bhakti. That is the process. If you want to know about stuff, then that is the process. You have to surrender. So now you will think that I can think of, I have got power, you will be fair.
That consideration of myself, I am thinking, that is not there.
Then who is thinking?
Thinking is...
Don't use abstract knowledge. As soon as you are thinking, you are thinking.
That sometimes thinking, when you are listening inside you, thinking comes...
Anyway, listening or thinking, these are different process of acquiring knowledge, but you are doing that.
Yes, my outer form is doing that.
Yes.
But inner form, maybe...
What is that inner form? You are inner form. Your outer, your coat is not thinking. Your heart is not thinking. What is by, you mean by outside inward? Inward you are. Outside your coat and heart. Do you think your coat and heart is thinking? You are thinking.
Yes, I am thinking, but you see what some...
There is no but. You are thinking.
I am thinking one is at the lower level and one is...
That is another thing. Either in the lower level or in the higher level, you are thinking.
Yes, all right.
Therefore, because you are thinking in the lower level, therefore your thinking is imperfect. So, to be in higher level, you have to surrender to a higher personality.
Higher would think better than that.
Just like a child is thinking something. His thinking is lower level. But when he inquires from his father, that is higher level. The same thinking is he. But one stage, his thinking is lower level, in another stage, his thinking is higher level. But thinking always is.
Yes, thinking it is always
Yes.
Yes.
So top knowledge is higher level. So therefore you have to accept that top knowledge from a higher level personality.
Yes.
Not from by yourself, because you are in the lower level.
So how do we know lower level and higher level?
Because you do not know, therefore, why you are thinking? Because you do not know.
No, it is not. You see,
Then there is no question of asking me. Then you think yourself.
we were trying...
I told you, try to understand the principle. Why you have come to ask me?
Not ask, but just...
Because you are thinking of the lower level.
No, to consider over it, not to ask.
Why consider? Consider does not mean that you have thought something in lower level, I have to confirm that.
Not even that. See, I mean, we have all...
Then there is, if you are thinking right, if you are thinking on the higher level, there is no question of coming to me.
There is no question of coming or going. Just it was that...
Anyway, inquiry.
No, spiritual, when there is no decision that individuality or lower level or higher level.
No, there is. Higher level, lower level, there is. As soon as there is thinking, feeling and willing, these are the activities of the mind. And there is higher level, lower level. That's all.
In this we are missing the main twist of the whole thing.
The main piece, you are not missing. The point is that if you continue to think on the lower level, then how you can reach to the higher level?
What is what is the distinction of the higher and lower?
You do not know?
Let us see what is the highest.
A child is thinking.
No, let us think of highest. What is the highest thing?
That you have to learn from the highest man. That is Bhagavad Gita.
No, let us hear it.
That's why Bhagavad Gita says that Tadviddhi, you understand that transcendental knowledge by surrender. So if you do not surrender, there is no possibility.
I might, I might surrender myself to my own...
That is another foolishness. You are thinking lower level, and how you can surrender to yourself? Then how you can get advanced? Your surrender means the superior person, as soon as you call surrender. And without this, there is no possibility. Tadviddhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadakshanti tad jnanam. Jnanina tattvadarshana. So we have to accept these principles, otherwise how it can make? There is no possibility. That's why if you want to be educated, you have to be admitted to an institution, in school, in a college. If you say, I shall be educated at home, that's not possible. No many. This is the general process.
The general prospects sometimes have changed.
No, I say, the schools are going on, colleges are going on.
Therefore they are sharing also the
And then still, they are not closed.
Today's condition.
That is another theory. But the process is, in our Vedic process, tad vijnana samsa gurumeva avigachet. In order to understand soft knowledge, one must approach the spiritual master, gachet. If you don't accept these principles, then how you can make progress? Tasmat gurum prapaddeta jigyasu sreyuttamam. If you don't accept these principles, there is no possibility. Then you can go on thinking in your own way. There is no question of going to anyone. You make yourself perfect by thinking, as many are doing, speculating. That is possible, but never to the perfection of problem.
Perfection, you see, what is the category of perfection?
That you have to learn, that you have to learn.
No, then learn
From the higher authority.
So how we know?
That is another thing. Who is our higher authority? That you have to search out.
Yes, that is
That you have to search out.
We must understand what is higher first and what is lower, and whether in fact
Yes.
whether which is correct or not.
Now higher authority, suppose we accept Krishna as the higher authority, or this Krishna consciousness movement. We accept Krishna as the higher authority.
It is accepted.
Huh? Whatever it may be. We accept Krishna as the higher authority. Do you accept that?
Until I have shown the form.
There is no question, sir. Krishna is accepted higher authority not only by us, by big acharyas like Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya. Those who are guiding our Vedic life in India. Chaitanya. So Krishna is accepted the highest authority. Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says, Matta parataro nasti. There is no more higher authority than me. That if you don't accept Krishna as a higher authority, that is your business. But we accept Krishna as a higher authority.
Something is coming in that way, you see, because Krishna, that was what he had said in a particular time or time.
No. Authority means it does not mean a time.
No, for that, you see, that time, all the
No, first of all, try. Authority means
for all the time.
all the time. That is authority.
No, but whether within his lifetime, for all the people.
Yes, obvious. Now, anyway, to make cut thought, so far we are concerned, we have declared International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Our process of propaganda is that Krishna is the highest authority. That is our, you may take it that we are limited, that is your business, but we have taken this. Now, if you don't accept Krishna as the higher authority, then there is no question of inquiring from us.
So what is the form?
Krishna is the form, here is Krishna's form.
Not that form.
Then what form?
What I mean, we are accepting anything to bring ourselves to a certain destination which will satisfy us all. For that we are...
But nothing can satisfy everyone. That is not possible. There is no such thing within this material world which can satisfy everyone. There is no such thing.
Because we have not made...
There may be so many because, but the fact is that there is nothing in this material world which can satisfy everyone.
There can be a method which can.
Maybe, but we do not know.
Therefore, you see, on that, I came that...
Just like Krishna, we accept Krishna as the supreme authority. Krishna says, Mamekam saranam bhaj. But we are accepting it. We have accepted. Some others may have accepted, but we have not accepted. So therefore, even Krishna's injunction is not accepted by everyone. What is truth of others? So therefore, you cannot find out within this material world anything which can satisfy everyone. That is not possible.
We have not thought that.
You may think, but we have concluded that there is nothing such thing which can satisfy everyone. It is not possible.
Until we hear or we
Yes,
do that, then it cannot...
That may be an ideal, but we take Krishna as the highest authority. Even Krishna's words are not accepted. That's a fact. Krishna says, "You surrender unto me." So, a few persons might have surrendered to him. When Krishna was present, only the Pandavas and the inhabitants of the Vrindavan and Dwarka, some of them understood that Krishna is the supreme. But many did not accept him. Many insulted him. Just like Shishupal insulted him. So, even Krishna could not be accepted.
Except I accept every person. That is no question of accepting or...
Now, I have summarized that, first of all, you have come to inquire from us that our standard of knowledge is Krishna. If you accept Krishna as the standard of perfection and all, then there is a possibility of our talking. Otherwise, simply waste of time. Why should you waste your time? Our standard is Krishna. If you are agreeable to accept the standard of Krishna, then that is possible. Just like here is a lawyer. He goes to the lawyer, he speaks, he pleads on the standard of the law book. If somebody comes, no, I don't accept this, then there is no question of argument. Both the lawyers are arguing, the central point is the law book. So you must have a central point on which we shall talk. If you have no central point...
Central point of happiness is yellow.
Yes, your point is happiness, my point is happiness.
Yes,
that is all right. But what is that happiness?
Yes.
Yes. Just like the same example can be that two litigants have gone to the court, their aim is justice. But how that justice can be had, that is an argument, and on the point of law.
Yes.
Similarly, everyone's point is happiness. And what is the standard happiness that you have to take from some authority? That authority you accept Krishna. And if you don't accept Krishna, then we cannot come to the conclusion what is happening. We will simply waste our time. Beginners. you see.
Yes.
It was sometimes light was coming, sometimes that means they are adjusting. There was some missing, adjusting. As soon as it is coming to the real point, it was light. And as soon as not in the real point, there is no light. So it is a science. Therefore, the Vedas says, Tad Vijnana, it is a Vijnana. It is not a theoretical, whimsical.
Something to be sent.
Yes. It is to be learned. Just like the electrician learns how to adjust the positive and negative wire. And as soon as it is rightly adjusted, there is light. You cannot say, no, why it shall be adjusted like this? It can be done like this. Or that will not give you light. You cannot speculate on the science. 2 plus 2 equal to 4. You cannot speculate, cannot be 3, cannot be 5. No, that is not possible. We have to accept this. 2 plus 2 equal to 4. The same example. So long it was not being adjusted to the right point, there is no light. So this adjustment, suppose there is failure in my home, for this adjustment I have to call an experienced man. You may be a lawyer, you may be very nice thinker, but so far electricity is concerned, you have to call for a mystery who may not be learned like you, but he knows the art, how to do it. Expert. Similarly, such a vast subject, to understand God, you do not require the help of an expert.
I did not say that.
No, I don't mean you, anyone. Anyone. If for ordinary things we have to call for an expert, to understand God, is it not necessary to approach an expert? What do you think, Manare? Therefore the Vedas says, Tadvijnanartham. In order to know that transcendental science, sa gurumeva avijachet, he must go to a guru. He must approach. A guru means not bogus guru, one who knows, expert. But one has to do that. There is no other alternative. That is the injunction of every Vedic Shastra. This order is from the Kathopanishad. Then on the Bhagavad Gita, the same thing is said, Tad vidhi pranipatena. Pranipat means surrender. Surrender where? What to surrender? To a kuli? No, to a superior person, Guru. Similarly, Bhagavad says, Tasmad gurum prapaddeta jignasu se uttamam. One who is inquisitive to understand the spiritual science. Tasmad, therefore, gurum prapaddeta, must surrender to Guru. That's this morning prayer is Guru. Beginning of life, beginning of day's work. First worshipping Guru. Samsara dava nalalira loka tranaya karinna ghana ghanasyam prapta sakulyana gunarnavasya bandi gurasri chadrarani. So in our this Vedic way of life, to accept Guru is essential. Even big Acharya, even Krishna he accepted him. Chandipani. Lord Chaitanya accepted Guru. Ishwar Puri. They are perfect. But still, the way they are showing, because they are Acharya. Krishna is teaching, taking the part of the Acharya. So he is also accepting. Although the fact is, as soon as he went to, within a few days he learned everything. That is stated in our Krishna book. Within a few days he became an expert warrior, expert magician, expert yogi, so many things, all art. But he learned from a guru. He is perfect himself. Krishna, he is called Yogeshwara. He knows all the yoga process. But he still, in order to teach us, because he is playing the part of a teacher, he shows us that you must learn from Guru. I am learning from Guru. So any science, you cannot learn it automatically by yourself. No, that's not. Then we shall create so many mental speculators from this. That will be not a science. Even all scientists, they accept a formula from an authority, law of gravitation. They accept it. Then their physical, so many things they discover, but accept one formula. Just like this formula is given by Sir Isaac Newton. So they accept Guru. So, from all practical point of view, the things which are unknown to us, we have to accept Guru. For things unknown to us. Now, there is another word. Parabhavastavat abodha jata. Abodha jata. We are all born ignorant. Is it not? What do you think? Are you not born fools? Is it not?
You know, lost birth,
No, I mean to say, take our present position. You are born, I am born, he is born, everyone. Are you not born foolish? What do you think? In so many ways, we do not know there is some trouble. I am crying, child is crying, the mother knows he is suffering, seeking the help of the mother. Then we are going to school. The father is training, mother is training. Are you not born foolish? And the Bhagavad says, abodha jata, born foolish. Everyone is born rascal. So if he does not take help from the authorities, how can make progress? You have become lawyer by sitting at home?
I take that for I wrote a book and I take that for 1 year, 12, 14 hours.
So that is the process. So how can you deny to understand the supreme science? You can do it independently. No, that's not so. Therefore, it is the verb, the form gachet, it is called bidiling. You know Sanskrit? Yes. This form of verb is, as you also know, gachet, kurjat, the vyat. These are bidiling. Bidiling means that is compulsory. Is it not? He knows Sanskrit very well. Compulsory. Therefore it is said gachet, compulsory. Tat vijnanatham, tat, they translate as knowledge. Vijna, that is science. Tat vijnanatham, so guru eva nishtayate, Eva is Nischat. Eva means certainly. And again, Gachat, must go. Now, just like to be educated, one must be admitted in school. Must be. Now, what kind of school he has to see, that is another thing. But he must. That's a fact. Similarly, you have to accept the Guru. Now, whom you will accept the Guru, that is another thing. But you have to do it. That is the injunction of all shastras, Vedic processes like that. With Upanayan, the sacred thread, Upanayan. Upa means near, and Nayan means bringing. Anayanam, coming or going like that, Nayanam. So, to go near the spiritual master, Upanayan.
Upanayan Sanskar.
Yes. And the sacred thread is a certificate that he has accepted a spiritual master. That is our Vedic system. Identity, thread, sacred thread. This sanskar is called Upanayan sanskar. Upanayan means he has gone near the spiritual master. Therefore he is now bigger. Second part. When a person goes to the spiritual master, that is his second part. Because he is born foolish. Take birth by the combination of father and mother, and that is material birth, that is a birth of ignorance. Just like animal. The animal also takes their birth is that way. There is no different process, the sex life. So what is the difference between animal and man? They are Upanayan, Bija. Janmana jayate sanskara bhavet bija. Unfortunately, there is no sanskara at the present moment. So, therefore they remain Shudra. And Shudra means fourth class. So how a fourth class man can speculate on the science of God?
But Shudras are not allowed. But Shudras are not allowed to Upanayan Sanskar.
No.
And yet,
No. One, don't take that way. One who does not take sanskar, he is Shudra. Because Janmana Jayate Shudra. Everyone is born Shudra. But if one does not accept the sanskar, he remains a Shudra. Not that Shudras are not allowed to take sanskar. Then how it is Janmana Jayate Shudra? There are many instances. But this very word, by birth one is Shudra. So there is no discrimination. That you are not Shudra, I am not Shudra. By birth, abodha jata, because he is born foolish, that's it. Now by sanskar, by culture, by education, he becomes Dijo, second born. The practical example is European and American students. They are doing all nonsense. But since they have come to Guru, their life is reformed, therefore they are Dijo. Sanskara bhavet Dijo. Vidupa. Now when he becomes Dijo, then he is allowed to study Vedas. Not as a Shudra. When he says Shudra has no right to study Vedas, then he will not be able to understand. That's why you become lawyer, but the condition is unless you become graduate, unless you have graduated yourself, you cannot enter Stockholm. That does not mean law is prohibited for anyone. It is open for everyone. But first of all, you make yourself a university graduate, then enter law. Similarly, everyone is Shudra.
that is standard of mind.
Huh?
That particular standard of understanding should be a
Yes. So unless he has got sanskar, he is enlightened by culture and knowledge, unless he has become Bija, then there is no authority for studying Vedas. Vedopathat. After one has become Bija, then he is allowed to study Vedas. Janmana jayate Sudra sanskarat bhavet Bija, Vedopathat bhavet Vipra. Vipra. Then he becomes gradually increasing. From Sudra, he comes to Bija, then Vipra. And after being Vipra, after studying all the Vedas, when he realizes Brahma, then he is Brahma. Brahma janati is Brahma. So this Krishna consciousness movement is that gradual process. Gradual process and to making a qualified Brahmin. And when he becomes Brahmin, then he knows Brahma, then he makes spiritual progress. Without becoming Brahmin, nobody can make spiritual progress. That is the door of spiritual knowledge. Then he makes progress. So after understanding Brahma knowledge, then he comes to Paramatma knowledge, then he comes to Bhagavad knowledge.
Veda says, Ishesam sacred thread, Yajyo Bhavitam Param Bhavitam Praja Patayam Sahajam Purastar.
Yes.
Ayusya Madharam Pratimurti Subhram, Yajyo Bhavitam Balamat Suteja.
Yes, Balamastu Teja. So, this is scientific process, it is Vijnana, Tad Vijnana. And in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it is stated, Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam. Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam. So the Vijnana is science.
Jnana means knowledge.
Vijnana is practical application.
When you apply it and
Yes, that is Vijnana. That is Vijnana. So Jnana knowledge, first knowledge is, what is God? What is God and what is my relation with Him? This is knowledge. Then when you act according to that knowledge, that is Vijnana. That is what. When you understand fully, well, that God is great and I am a small, minute portions of God, and then you understand that the part and parcel's duty is to serve the whole. Is it not?
Yes.
Just like this finger is part and parcel of my body. Its duty is to serve the whole body. Similarly, if we accept, if we understand that I am part and parcel of God, then my duty is to serve God. But people are being misled that he is thinking God himself. Although he is under so many restrictions and stricture of the material nature. Prakite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasa ahankara vimurahana. He is so foolish and rascal that he is thinking I am independent. Ahankara vimurahana katta aham niti mannate. He is strictly under the stringent laws of material nature. But still he is thinking falsely that I am supreme, I am independent. So therefore surrender the first. That I am not supreme. That is knowledge. That is knowledge in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhavanam janvanavante jnanavam mang prapaddati. After many, many births of this speculation, when actually he becomes jnanavan, wise, then he surrenders. Vasudeva sarvam samahatma. So unless we surrender, so long we think that I am independent, I am God, I am supreme, these are all illusions. What do you think? It is illusion, simply illusion. If I am God, how I have become so much dependent on the laws of material nature? Why I have accepted this body which I do not want. What kind of God I am? So the whole world is full of these ideas. So this movement is a revolutionary movement. Krishna consciousness.
He doesn't know what is the meaning of God.
He does not know what is the meaning of God. He thinks that God is something, plaything. Therefore he claims that I am God. He does not know what is God. Therefore God personally is saying, he is coming, Krishna, what is God? See. God is from very beginning God. Krishna is from the birth is God. He hasn't got to meditate, he hasn't got to go to the forest and to become God. He is God.
God is made from three results.
Not God is made. God is never made. God is God.
But for G means, G follows generation.
That is your speculation. G means this, O means this means this.
That's existence. It was always
Organization, destruction.
That you can interpret in so many ways. But God is God.
eternally.
God is great. Brahma. Brahma means great. Parabrahma, the greatest. Parabrahma, Paramdhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhava. That is Krishna. Is it not stated in the Bhagavad Gita?
Before the birth of Lord Krishna was God existed. According to the temporal.
Therefore you have to learn what is the birth of Krishna.
Yes.
You do not know. Janma karma me digbam jo janati tattva. You do not know what is the birth. You are thinking that he is like ordinary man, he has taken birth. Otherwise, why does he say janma karma me digbam jo janati tattva? Nobody knows what is his birth. He seems he is just like a child sees daily that the sun rises from the eastern side. Therefore, eastern side is the father of sun. Is eastern side father of the sun? Sun is always there, but you see in the morning it is appearing from the eastern side, that's all. It is your angular vision, not that sun is born, he is taking birth from the eastern side. Sun is always there in the sky. Similarly, Krishna is always there. But to the foolish person, it appears that he is born. Ajopi, san abhayatma. Ajopi, I have no birth. Ajo, this very word is used. Ajopi san abhayatma, bhutana issaropi. So how you can compare Krishna's birth like ordinary birth? If anyone knows what is Krishna's birth, he becomes liberated. Janma karma me dibbam jo janati tat. Then that knowledge is not tattva knowledge. The Krishna's birth. Krishna's birth is every moment. Like sun. Now here it is not sunshine, but in another place, and the sunshine is there. So is that the birth, or when the sun will rise here, that will be birth. Which will be the birth of sun?
It was all the existence.
Yes, it is already there. But when you see that it is birth. The sunrise is already somewhere. And the sunset is also already somewhere. But in your angular vision there is no sun. That is going on. Similarly, Krishna's birth every moment. Krishna's disappearance every moment. Krishna's existence every moment. You have to learn that. Therefore Krishna said, Janma karma me dibbam. Translate it. Jo janati tattva, anyone who knows it perfectly, in truth, he becomes liberated. If you have known Krishna, then you are liberated. But Krishna knowing is not so easy. Manusyanam sahasresu kaschid jatati siddhaye jatatam ati siddhyanam kaschid vesimam tattva. It's very difficult to understand Krishna in truth. Then how one can understand? That is also stated. Bhaktyamam avijanati javan jasyami tattat. Not by speculation of knowledge. Bhakta. And what is that bhakti? Annadilasita sunnam jnana karmadanabritam anutullena krishnanasilanam bhakti uttama. So these things you have to learn. Then there is possibility of knowledge, sadvijna. The difficulty is at the present moment, his theory that everyone can invent his way of understanding God. He can speculate. Therefore there is chaos. There is chaos. If you want to save yourself from this chaotic condition of life, you must take to Krishna consciousness. That is our purpose. Meaning of life. Hare Krishna. End of Krishna, how much exalted he is, a great warrior, and he has the right to talk with Krishna on equal level. But still he accepted Krishna as his spiritual master. And he said, the confusion which I have created, it is not possible for me to clear it. It is you only who can clear. I know. Therefore I accept you as spiritual master. Therefore it is required that one should know who can clear your confusion. I dare you, master. Anyone? Everyone? Come on. Not in the left hand. Don't give anything by left hand. Don't take anything. That's it. That is it. Big Krishna. Yes.
I will come here to talk this morning.
Oh, you haven't got. You have got? Hare Krishna. The sunrise is declared. Ko, 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 ko. Nature. They will not sleep anymore. Therefore, anyone who sleeps after sunrise is arrested. Is arrested. Yes. A child at once and early in the morning drives. That is nature. But we have created such a life that we have to break all the nature laws, and therefore we suffer. Devi Jisagunamai Mama Maya Durutte. Mame was a Prapadante, and one who has surrendered to Krishna, he is free, he is rising early. He has passed the Maya. And those are in Maya, they are sleeping. And those are not in Maya, they are rising early in the morning. Is it not? Mame was a Prapadante. Anyone who surrenders unto me, he becomes free from the Maya contamination. You see, there is more left. In Vrindavan, just at 4 o'clock, you have heard immediately. There is dang, 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 all temples. Immediately. And people are running, they will gather all to the temple. Hundreds of people will go. Automatically. The same man who was living at home, a very degraded condition, as soon as he goes to Vrindavan, he becomes habituated to all this. Automatically. Automatically. The society, association is very important.
Those beautiful birds, the peacock birds, also at this time, they are flying in the trees. They're waking up now, and they make that sound.
So the society is very important thing. Anything, the society, the businessmen, they have got their association, society, to improve. Therefore, the standard of this international society will be kept very carefully. Then we will come in touch with the society, it will improve automatically by association. And in the bird society, there are swans and there are crows. By nature. And the crows will never go to the swans, and the swans will never come to the crows. Birds have the same feather, flock feathers. Yes. Therefore society requires. Unless you come to the Krishna consciousness society, how you can develop Krishna consciousness? The same principle. Satang prasangāra satang prasangāra mavavidya sangvida bhavanti rittanna rasayana katha. Vidya sangvida. It becomes very palatable in satang prasangāra, in the association of devotees, not otherwise.